Thin shots, fat shots, blocks, hooks, and worst of all, shanks. One move can cause all of that. Early extension. One thing I notice when I watch the pros, they always look like they're going down. They're sitting into the lead sight. It gets rid of the early extension, ball striking will get better. I'm going to be working on that because that is one of my faults. I do tend to block it right sometimes. High, fadey, thin a few, and sometimes overcompensate and flip. So what are we talking about? Talking about doing that at impact. So your hips move forward and you counteract it by standing up. That puts the club in a different position and you have to do all sorts of things to fix it. Like that. So in slow motion, we want to keep this here through impact. So we want to keep the hips here. If we had a line here, we want to keep that there through impact. What we don't want to do is move that forward. So a classic standing up is that. So I'm going to work on a drill with this bag. See if I can get the feeling of not standing up. So I'm setting the bag so I can feel it against me. Right there. So I want to maintain contact with this. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to do this in slow motion so I can get the feel for this. I feel I'm trying to lean back here, and I don't want to do that. I want to push back here. Right, there I've come off a mile. Let's get the feel for this. That's better. I like that. So as I'm going on the backswing, I'm pushing back with that hip, and on the downswing, I push back with the other hip. I think what I do sometimes, I push back here, and then I rotate out. Let's try it again. Push back with right side, push back with left. Okay, I think I've got it now. Okay, I'm going to take that one to the range and try it with some real balls. You've had enough. This drill I'm going to try is with a garden chair. So this is a bit like the bag behind drill where we maintain contact. One thing I notice when I watch the pros, they always look like they're going down. And they're coming in and then they're sitting into the lead sight. And that actually pushes the hips back a little bit and down a bit, and then they come out of that to impact. So they're not standing up, they're driving down. So what I'm doing with this, I'm going to see if I can get the feeling. It's great, this one, because it makes a lot of noise when you move it. So what we try to do is maintain contact with this. So not stand up, flexing forward. Oh no, we don't want to hear that. I'm going to try sit down on it. So up. So when we're coming down, a little half slow swing here. There's a lot of difference between feel and real. Feel, you've got to really exaggerate it. So sit down, get the flex, turn, and then stand up. Once you're through impact, it's fine. So let's have a look a little bit quicker. Stay stood up here, sit, turn, up, sit, turn. I'm going to make that a bit more flowing. You're sitting as you're finishing the up. Let's try that. Well, I like this one. I really feel myself pushing it away. But a bit like when we're trying to maintain contact, by sitting on this, I'm actually getting into a good loading position, but I'm also getting it back. It's a good little one, this. Well, I'm going to take that to the range, not the chair, the feeling. So, up, sit, turn. Let's see what that does with my ball striking. If it gets rid of the early extension, ball striking will get better and it'll make for a good year. So I often imagine there's a post here or a tunnel there, and I want to be keeping either here, looking around that post. By standing up, I'm on this side or over the top of it. I don't want that. I want to be there. Or if there was a tunnel just here, and you're looking through that tunnel, you've got to be here to look through it. See the light at the other end. You stand up, you're not going to see that. So we want that imagination of looking through the tunnel there. Keep that angle, keep the body position, looking through the tunnel or looking around this post. So put this down the line of the camera. This is on my eyes. If I stand up, my eyes are way this side. So I want to just look that just around the corner of that. Almost if your eyes are lined up on this, as I'm going through, I want them just to go the other side. Then I can bring my hands around and up. So let's call this one around the post through the tunnel. So we're going around this post, looking down that tunnel. And what it also feels to me, it feels that I'm getting the rotation through properly. I'm not too flat around. Because if you come upright, your swing goes flat, you're here, you're flipping the hands. I think that's actually a great little one there. I'm going to go to the range. I'm going to try that with some real balls. I'll see if that makes a difference. Just want to get this early extension fixed, get the ball striking more consistent, and getting those scores down. A little bit of gap there, stood up, but ball is staying straight. That was a lovely one. Okay. I'm so concentrated on pushing back, I'm not following through properly. That's better. Dead straight. Probably out around the 150. 7 iron. One more. That one felt good. I think I'm getting it. Next stop's the course. Well, I'm going to try the sit down. Sit down. So it's that feeling. I like that one. So what I'm finding difficult is to do the move and then do the follow through. So it's fine. Once you've hit the ball, you'll need to stand up. Oh, that contact was lovely. So again, let's get that feeling of bobbing down onto that chair. A lovely strike. So some of those were good, some great strikes. Not sure if that's the right one to take out on the course quite yet. I think we'll have to hit a lot more balls. But the feeling's good. Power feeling. Okay, I'm gonna looking through the tunnel now and get to that pin in the long distance there. We were near it. So this is this feeling through impact. And then push back on the left side. Okay, look around that post. Around the post through the tunnel. Ooh, off balance, but I'm probably in front of the tracer. Let's do it again. Around the post. There. Actually, that's a good one. Get into that impact position. It's there. What I'm finding here, though, is that I'm really focused on this part of the swing, which is no good when you get out. It's got to be automatic when you get on the course. Oh, that was a great strike, that one. Right, here's a test. 3 wood. So not the longest ball, but straight. I think this is the one I could take to the course. At least through the tunnel.